Hello everyone, I am Bianca from Dancesportlife and we're here at the Blackpool Dance Festival, and next to me I have Valerio Colantoni and Monica Nigro.
Hi.
Hello guys.
Hi.
Monica and Valerio are finalists in all the major events in Professional Ballroom WDC, and we are so excited to talk to them, especially before their competition, which is tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Tell me how you feel. How is it different this year than last year, or how do you feel the energy?
Start? I always Blackpool because we feel that is the main comp, is something special. So year by year, I feel we feel always exciting. I feel exciting now, like the first time that I came here. It's more than 18 years before I go.
Yeah.
Wow, amazing.
Actually, it's exciting also because, well, the new champion just retired, so it's always a free space for somebody.
Exactly.
It can be changed everything completely, so
Yeah.
you never know. It's a new thing.
That's why I asked. It's a different.
Yes, different approach. Mentally become different.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. Or Blackpool is the
Blackpool is Blackpool.
Blackpool is Blackpool. Yeah, you always have this.
Is it? Would you say it is your favorite competition, or
To me, yes.
It's one of my favorite competitions.
yeah?
To
Which-
me,
One
it's
of the
mine.
biggest one.
Yeah. And do you practice differently for Blackpool?
We practice just a little bit more.
Yeah, it's you know.
With, I say, with more intention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's the competition probably that is the furthest. We have like 4 months after UK.
Yeah.
We still have 4 months. Usually, international UK are closest.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we have more time to plan it better.
Yeah.
And actually we do it. We plan it better and we do it better probably. That's why it's like this. But yeah, it's more intense.
And you said that the first Blackpool was many years ago. How was it the first time? Because I feel even as part of the audience, when you enter the Empress Ballroom, you almost get like an anxiety attack because there are so many people and huge legends, and the music and the smell and the dancers.
Yeah, it's completely different.
Yeah. How do you manage not to?
The first time that I personally came here, I was like 17 or 18, I can't remember. And it was the year when Marcus and Karen retired.
Actually, funny enough, it was the same year. We didn't know each other.
Yeah,
But it was the same year.
I can
And I remember
imagine.
here, I come first time with my father here and my dancing partner. And I come through the stair when Marcus and Karen dance their last dancing,
Oh
their
my
last
God.
waltz. So it was like 1 million people, I think, inside, and they clapped them for 12 minutes. In that moment, really I realized that it's a completely different world from what usually I would stay in dancing world.
I can't even imagine.
I
When you
remember
say
when I'm
this, I
dancing,
have
I was
this-
so nervous. Even I can't move in the step because
Yeah.
first time in my life in Blackpool, I came
Yeah.
from small city in South Italy, so the dancing wasn't popular. When I came here, it was completely another world. In that moment, I realized that this is where I want to be.
Yeah.
And where I want to stay.
And I want to be there
Mhm.
in their place. Amazing. And how about you, Monica?
For me, it was the same year actually when Marcus and Karen retired. I have, if you talk with everybody more or less, probably we tell you the same thing, is that stairs. Going down from that stairs and you start to smell it probably, even the lighting and the music, live music just have you goosebumps. Because when you practice at home, it's another thing. It's completely another way and atmosphere. You don't have this magical factor that is Blackpool. So always there, you just stop for 1 second. I remember I stopped for 1 second. I said, I'm seriously here? It was really like amazing. But I watched the competition. Actually, I didn't come at the end. I just watched the competition. I went through everything. But was somehow you don't really realize in the first year when you come. But then with the years, you understand that that's the event.
And what if you do realize? What if you get overcome by the emotions of such a wonderful event? What advice would you have for the young couples who come for the first time in Blackpool? What would you say to them?
Well, first thing, breathe. Just try to breathe,
Yeah.
because in a way you have to just perform what you practiced, and you pushed it so hard to make it better and better and better.
Yeah.
Because sometimes people, when they come to a big event in Blackpool in this
Yeah.
case, it seems like I have to do more,
Yeah.
because it's more. Everything here is more, but it's not about that. Here you have to show who you are, what you worked, and that is the place where is your stage, where you have to perform it and do the best out of yourself more than out of the practice stuff. You know, it's just not about any more technical stuff. It becomes your personality, your strength, inner strength that has to come out more than everything.
You actually touched one of my dearest subjects, and a question that I ask everyone is, do you think that the personality you have in real life influences the way the artistry, the way you dance, the performance?
In a way, yes. In a way, yes, because anyway, what you are in the normal life, you will beat on the floor. But when you have a certain stage that is like many years that you compete, you can really separate the thing. You can be very, I don't know, very timid in the life, and you will be very exploded on the floor.
Yeah.
To me, it's different. To me, it's a little bit different. I like to be myself.
Yeah.
It's not. Of course, you just choose which part of you comes out.
Exactly.
It depends about which dance you're doing or your mood. I'm very much into the artistic thing and all these kind of things. But I choose which side of me that comes out. Probably that's why even in everything, can be dresses, can be the way you walk, the way you dance, the way you look. It's everything, but it's a lot me.
And how do you choose which side of you to show? It depends on the music or on your mood,
I
or
think it's dependent in the moment,
in the
Yeah.
moment.
how you feel it in the moment.
Yeah, I think yes.
Because this
Can be
place is
anything.
like can influence you. You know,
Yeah.
it's like when you have a lot of adrenaline.
Exactly.
Adrenaline, if you have a lot, maybe they stop you. If you don't have enough, maybe you don't go enough.
Yeah.
So there is a certain line that you need to take care. And this place, I think, is the same. When you enter, if you say, "Oh, this place like is something
Scary.
too big for me,"
Yeah.
maybe they can block you.
Yeah.
You have to use like the energy of the place to go through.
You have to be clever in this way. You have to. I think this comes with experience a little bit. You have to be clever to control your emotions and divide what is your personal fear
Yeah.
with what you have to do. It's time to perform. It's time to shine. I always say. So it's really the moment. So you have to really be in control of yourself. That is probably the most difficult part.
And I would like to ask you, of course, what would you think are the three main characteristics of a great dance couple?
Three main characteristics. Well, I think every couple has different characteristics.
Yes.
Is elegant. If I speak about ballroom, elegant, powerful, and personality. I mean, like with each couple dancing, look different from the other one.
Monica noted the most at personality.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I try my best.
Yeah.
Well, you always I think this is also our main thing, because we are very passionate, two Italians.
Yeah, exactly.
We have to control
Yeah,
the fire
yeah.
here. So it's really like our main characteristic about personality. But when you are not afraid to show who you are, probably is the best part that comes out from you.
Yeah.
And I think I passed that that level of being afraid of show who I am.
Exactly.
So
yeah,
this is
no,
the
I
thing.
agree. I completely agree. Right now, guys, I would like to go a bit further and talk about what do you think is the most important advice you received so far in your career?
Wow, that's good. There is a moment of thinking.
Yes.
I think about the million advice that I have in my career. Maybe the most important one is the first, and is the simple one. Listen the music and dance with your heart. That's it.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, dance with your heart. Sometimes it's like when they tell you, you say, yeah, okay, I tried.
I try, but I need to think
tried.
about
Yeah,
my
but-
frame.
Yeah, but in the end, this one is the simple one, but is what you have to do. I mean, when you are in the competition, you don't have time to think about finger, frame, about what is done is done.
Yeah.
It's not that moment the time to think. So listen to music and go.
Yeah, the little secrets are always the simple things. Probably that we think everything is complicated. There is a secret things that nobody wants to tell, but it's very simple. If you love, you have to show the love for what you do, and this is.
And you also mentioned before, because you said that you're two passionate Italians, and I can imagine how sometimes you can get into fights.
No,
No?
we are actually quite okay.
Sometimes,
Yeah?
This
not
is-
always,
no.
sometimes.
No, this
Normal.
happens.
It's
if
not.
somebody
I
tell
think-
you that are not fighting, that's
It's not true. It's
That's
not possible.
true. Absolutely. We discuss.
I mean, depending
Yes.
what you
Yes.
mean about fight.
No,
Yeah.
like
Discussion in
Discussion.
practice, of course.
passionate discussion.
Yeah, passionate discussion of course is coming. When you practice 2-3 hours each day for
Yeah.
same person for
Yeah.
9 years, 10 years, of course you have to discuss about things.
And how do you take these discussions into a constructive way?
The day after.
The day after?
the day after. The day after is getting better.
No, the thing is this. We actually started dance together already
4 years.
4 years, nearly 5 years ago. So we are grow up people.
Yeah.
So it's not like too young, cheap guy,
Exactly.
cheap. Then it's start to, and then it's a fight for nothing.
Yeah.
When we discuss, it become a discussion, not a fight anymore.
We passed this level where
Yeah.
we fight for
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah.
So it's useful because we have very different point of view, especially in the beginning. We come from a very different background,
Mhm.
so we have to communicate about that. And the good thing is you have to be open-minded to understand and listen. The moment you start to close your mind, then you just fight forever. This is the thing. You have to find a compromise of the two things and two people, because everybody thinks in two different ways. Because there are two different people, two separate opinions, anywhere, all the time. And
Usually
we
I
have
like
to,
black, she like white.
exactly. That's why I wear
I
white
want to
and
turn
black
right,
all
she
the
wants to turn
time.
left. So, okay, let's go straight.
In the middle. Yeah.
So you find a compromise, and when you accept this, then everything it goes smooth, and it's easier. That's how it works out. If not, just stay in the fight and fight forever and never would work. But like this, it's work.
Yeah, my way realize that fight is a lost time.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you can fight 2 hours, you lost 2 hours. In the
Yeah.
end of the practice, you don't resolve nothing.
Yeah. Yeah. You mentioned, Monica, that you come from different backgrounds or different
Yeah.
schools. Would you walk me through a bit that school, or how you started dancing, and how you end up dancing together, maybe?
Oh, such an interesting subject.
No, I mean, the dancing is one, but we come from
Yeah.
two different point of view. Let's say like this.
Yeah.
No, well, we all know there are two different ways of style. Let's say I was dancing 12 years with another partner. He
Yes.
was dancing for 4 years with
Mhm.
another partner.
Yeah.
So you come from a different background, especially if you grow up and you make a longer career with somebody. And it's just a different point of view because you have different teacher, even if some are the same teacher, but it depends where you stay. I was living more out of Italy, he was living in Italy. So it's just different teacher that you have as a main coach, so it just changed the point of view.
And when you change coach, what advice do you have for dancers who change coach? How can you be open to the new style of teaching of
I think
coaches?
inside of you, you feel you feel it.
Yeah.
What is correct for you or not.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, of course, if we speak about child,
Yeah.
like 15, 16,
Yeah.
maybe you're not enough experienced to understand what the
Exactly.
teacher wants. But I think in our stage, in our level, with our age, we feel what is correct, what is not correct, but what is not for
Right
us,
for you.
what is better for us, like a couple. Because she learned something from my, let's say, way. I learned from her way. So both have to try to make compliment.
Sorry, I just like to be one point. I think for talking for both, the way of, I always say, open your mind and learn a few different points of view. It makes you a better dancer. Because if you continue learning
Just
way,
one way.
it just let you stay where you are. So if you start to understand other things, other principles, say maybe in a different way, it just let you see take things in a different point of view. So it makes you a better dancer, better teacher for the future. Because you don't it's like studying just one thing only. You have to open and just see all the general things, how it works.
Yeah, I agree. And you actually made me think about another question that I did not ask anyone so far here in Blackpool.
Oh,
Is that-
lucky.
No, it's a simple question. It's a simple question. Because you mentioned learning from others. Do you get inspired by other areas than dancing? Or it can be ballet.
I get a little bit inspired. Okay, maybe sounds strange for dancing.
Okay,
I know the
now.
answer, that's why I'm smiling.
No, I get a little bit, more enthusiasm from football.
The competitive side of it comes out then.
No, I mean there was two or three players that for me was the best one. That when they give the advice, of course I don't have to understand how I have to pass the ball in dancing, but when they give the advice, and quite interesting what they say.
Can you share with us?
Yeah, once they say Cristiano Ronaldo,
Yes.
my best player. They say that doesn't matter that you practice for nothing. I mean, you have to practice in relationship of what you have to do in the competition.
Yeah.
So this is make me thinking, because I was thinking how many dancers they practice. Okay, maybe they study 3 or 4 hours. I have to put the nails in this position, blah blah blah. But when you arrive in the comp, you have no chance to do this one. So you lost your time for nothing.
Yeah.
And he said in that interview how he's create his personal training for be better in the comp. And that one advice, I understand what he said, and I try to do in our practice.
And what about
For
you,
me, it's
Monica?
different. I'm not taking inspiration from football, but I get some. That's for sure. No, I am.
Indirectly, you get.
Yeah, this is the competitive part of Valerio that I take. No, I watch everything. I seriously, I'm into art generally. I watch ballet. I go and see painters, story painters. Apart from any kind of movie, any kind of book, I love to see everything. Recently, I don't know why I'm into painters, because I went recently to see I don't know how to say in English actually. They just create a story of this Van Gogh.
Okay.
Actually. And there was the era of the fool people, of the crazy one.
Yeah,
And they
yeah,
were like a little bit. And it's like you can take out of this. Everybody are a little bit crazy, are a little bit romantic, but in the same time they have this evil side or
Yes.
inside them that you can create the art everywhere. So they just have this amazing saying story about them, and was mesmerizing for me. It's like, oh, okay. So from out of everybody, it doesn't matter if you are real, just empathetic person or a fool. You can create art anywhere all the time, and it's amazing how you will be studied in the future and forever. And remember forever. So it's really amazing.
There is an amazing movie. I think it was nominated at the Oscars about Van Gogh.
I saw the movie.
Yeah, I saw it as well. It was the way it was created, very shocking a bit.
Yes,
yeah.
because sometimes we all know the surface of an artist. We don't really know the life, the real life,
Exactly.
the pain that they go through, the suffering or the happy moment or the joy. They just show you their art. It's a little bit about every artist, I think. When you know the story, it becomes deep. So then you understand why certain things came out in the art that they create. So it's amazing.
And talking about bad moments and good moments, would you please share with us, if you want, one of your best memories so far in your career together, and one of the lowest moments?
The lowest moment.
Lowest
Lowest
moment. Okay. Maybe it's different. I don't know.
I think probably the best moment when we did the first Blackpool together.
Good. Sing.
Check.
But not in terms also just result, in terms of performance, in terms of everything.
Everything felt right.
Yeah,
Yes.
that day everything went right. I mean, we did 7 rounds, the result was good, so the performance also was good. So we still able after 7 rounds and the last quick step to still dancing. That one I think was one of the best moments that we had.
Same for me.
And one of the not worst, but low, let's say not so good, because I don't want to bring bad energy before the competition.
Probably for me when I had injury. I had injury and I had to stop. Actually I did it. Like before 2 days before Blackpool, I had an injury and we danced Blackpool. I shut up, I didn't say to anybody, I just did it.
Wow.
I didn't even say to him.
Wow.
It's true. I told him
I fell in quiz and said, what's going on?
What's wrong?
Yeah. What
Was
sort
bad.
of injury?
If I tell you, you think I'm crazy. But I broke just a finger of the foot. I didn't say anybody. Nobody really understand what's happened. And it happened like 3 years ago. 2 years ago.
The second Blackpool.
Second Blackpool that we did. Just after, when you stop, because you have to and you don't want to,
Yeah.
it's like, a moment of, when you realize that's what I want to do, that's what I want to do really, and why I have to sit, and they say, you don't have to. No way. You cannot say to a dancer, you don't have to walk. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But then actually it was easy to recover. But that moment was a little bit like, because we didn't expect that moment of stop.
How did you manage to dance with a broken toe?
I always say a sentence, if you want to do it. You have just to push yourself and
You don't have to
do
think
it.
about this.
Don't
Just
think,
go.
just do it. And when people say, I cannot do it because I feel a little bit sick. Well, think how strong you can become. Then you can make a lot of things that you don't even think about, you could do it. Because I thought, okay, that's it. I didn't even think, okay, I'm not gonna dance. I didn't even think,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do this, that's it. I didn't even say to him because I didn't want to back him up. Oh, she's in pain, maybe I have to be careful. No way, for me it's no way. We do it, we do it.
Wow, such a fighter. I love this. And how about you, Valerio? What is your worst memory, let's say?
I think I don't have worst memory about dancing. I mean, the worst is when I cannot dance. even if I don't know some pain in the foot or some injury. It's not actually a bad moment thing in dancing.
That's
Okay, maybe sometimes the result can going up and going down, but it's not like have a big effect.
yeah.
It's worse when you cannot practice, example, 1 month, you have an injury or something like this. That is worse.
Yeah, you feel empty.
Feel that you miss something in your life.
I know. I know. Just to put you in very good moods for tomorrow.
Don't worry, we are. It's okay.
What do you love the most about your dance partner?
Oh,
You first.
I go first. I like a lot about Valerio that he is, first of all, how funny. That's the most thing ever I love, because when I started dancing with him, I discovered the not happiness, because this is not like I wasn't happy. I was happy also, but the lightness of relationship was really amazing for me to discover that it's like, oh my god, that's so funny. Even practice become funny. Even sometimes, Valerio, it's true. I don't know if
Let's
you
go,
hear
let's go,
it. It's okay. But no, really. And this is the main. Second thing, he works hard. He works hard, and this is a good thing. He's very, one of the things is like he's very meticulous. He has to be perfect. And sometimes this is not
perfect.
really.
I try to be the best that I can. Perfect
You would
is
like
impossible.
to be perfect. But in the same way, he's not that heavy, like, oh my god, I have to be perfect.
Pushy.
He becomes somehow make it light, and it's like, wow. And that makes things much easier. Even to do stamina practice is easy. And this is the
Difficult,
craziest thing. Yeah.
And how about you, Valeria? What do you love the most at Monica?
I want to hear this.
No, okay. she have many good points, but I think the best point that she with her character and her attitude, she challenged me. I mean, it's a compliment for her. She want more from me. You understand? She encouraged me. She tried to put me more, to push me more.
That's a very good skill to have as a lady dancer and as a woman.
Yeah.
And if you could go back to your 12-year-old self,
12 years.
Oh.
It's a long time ago.
knowing what you know today, what piece of advice would you give to yourself?
Be patient, you're gonna be fine. It's just like, be patient and work hard. You're gonna be fine. Just if you work hard, if not, no. But
I will tell to myself to don't be afraid and just do it.
Amazing. Yeah. Well, you've done it. You arrived in such an amazing point of your career, and I cannot wait to see you dance tomorrow and see what's next in your career.
we will see.
And congratulations and thank you
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.